Mattamuskeet Ventures is 11,600 acres and it's located near the world famous Lake Mattamuskeet. We actually own 78 miles of roads on this property and it is accessed from a couple of different ways that you can come in, but it is divided up into streets and avenues that are numbered, into blocks that are ½ mile by 1 mile. And we have one side of the farm that I call the dry side, where we do our deer, turkey, and bear hunting primarily. And then there's the wet side is really artificially wet because we pump it full of water for our duck hunting. We have 2,400 acres of duck impoundment. Some of it is planted in corn, but most of it is what we call the natural impoundment. And it's just flooded warm season grasses. And the ducks love it. It's a rest area where they don't get bothered, and with there just being 4 owners, and we've got a rotation plan for each impoundment to where they don't get hunted, each block doesn't get hunted more than about once a week. It's been very productive. I know here a couple of years ago, just the 4 of us and our guest, we harvested 1,604 ducks, just 4 of us and our guests. So it's a very unique and amazing wildlife mecca, really. It's just, it's an amazing wildlife property. We have the largest black bears in the world and the highest black bear densities on the planet here on the Albemarle Peninsula. And this farm in particular has been known for its large black bears. And we've had a number of writers and television hosts that have come here and hunted bears with us. Bryce Towsley, Dr. J.Y. Jones, Dr. Gerald Warnock, Jim and Eva Shockey. And they come here because we have consistently produced bears that weigh 500–600 pounds, and continues for the since 1992 when we purchased this property. And I was one of the original owners. There was 6 of us to start out with. And there's 4 today, and it's been the ride of a lifetime to be able to come here, and just because of the variety of game, bears, ducks, deer, rabbits, quail, turkeys, really everything. And then on the dry side of the farm, we have what we call a mowed strip or mowed streak. In Texas, they call it a sendero, but they're about 50 yards wide and a ½ mile long. And basically, they're shooting lanes. We hunt typically big game. A lot of it is done safari style, because with 78 miles of road, we can cover so much more territory than we can sitting in a deer stand. And sitting in a deer stand, you might see 2 or 2 dozen deer, but riding around in a pickup truck, you might see 100 or 200 deer in a day. Mattamuskeet Ventures is one of the premier hunting properties on the East Coast. It's not every day that you have the opportunity to own a 25% interest in a property of this size and this quality and this variety of game.